It's being cranky. Giving me. Hi, folks. We're live. I'm trying to set a thing because it's being stupid. There we go. Forget it. We don't need a theme song. We don't need no stinking theme song. Happy ho-ho. It is Christmas. Cheers. Have your coffee, which is still not actually ready for me because I think I'm the earliest of the crew on here. It's only 10 o'clock in the morning. But here's the crew for now. We've got Gadget. Hi.
Hey, guys.
And we've got Nick.
Hey.
Hello. And we've got Candyman and Kidpool. And
and I got to clear off this because you caught me at like breakfast.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
Kidpool. Oh,
There's Kidpool.
Look at
there's
him.
another person.
And Mom.
Hello, other person.
Hi.
Hello. So here's how this is going to work because it's going live any second now. I'm refreshing my feed now. We're going to go on mute. We will talk in the comments about what's going on. We can still bring your comments up. And then we'll take a couple minutes break at the end to let everybody catch up. And then we will talk about the episode. So it is live. So we're going to go on mute now and get
The only one thing is that my thing here I'm seeing, it's not even showing a play yet for it. So is it exactly 12
Refresh it, probably will.
Okay.
The break in the end. So let's all go on mute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What was that?
Let's go. Let's go mute. Let's start watching it.
That's correct, Lou.
It will be.
There. Oh, I need to crack my back. Hold on. Wait, so which...
Ooh.
What?
Probably 2025.
So, if David Tennant's still around...
I just need to use the lid and then
Discussion time. Hello there. Ow. Hit my feet.
You aren't supposed to do that.
Really, man?
Really?
Not right. Oh, look at that move.
You're twiggling his legs. Oh, no, I don't do that. We're all set for a grand press pass, aren't we?
I'm ready for non-school
I
uniform.
hope everybody's done the episode. Welcome back to The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Brought to you by me, TheRatHole.ca. Yes. Let me just get... They've moved things around in the StreamYard, so there we go. And we're just going to switch to that banner. Let's see. Yes, Martin and family there. Oh, Christoph, I know. Dr. WHO Unleashed, we need to see that. And it's like,
No,
it's hard to torrent even. You can't find it anywhere.
What's up, everybody?
Oh, here we go. Someone, Christian, if you're still on, look, it's Kidpool.
yay. Okay, speak now.
Hello.
Hello. So what did you think of the episode?
It was decent.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
How much would you rate it?
How much would I rate it?
Yeah.
A solid 7.5.
7.5 from Kidpool. That's great. I like it.
Okay, I'm going to take over. Jump out.
Aw.
Val, we're here.
Oh, he's cute.
What would you give it?
Oh boy. I was mixed on it and everything, but it did have a good heart and everything. Maybe an 8.
All right.
An 8. Yeah, because it's karmic right now.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
valid.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think I'm in the same boat. I think I'd give it about an 8 as well. I actually think it really was good. Overall,
It was.
I liked the premise. I like the I love the ending. That was an expected.
That was a twist.
Yeah, it was a good twist, but it's like I clicked on what was going on about 3 seconds before the reveal. Candyman. Now what do you?
There he is. Okay.
Can you give it?
Yeah, so it's quite busy because it's like Christmas party run my brothers. So that's my nephew, Kid Deadpool.
And he's adorable.
Couple of times before when we done live watch parties. So basically, if you hear background noises, because it's Christmas and the whole family's together at the moment.
6 o'clock at night there, right? According to my time here. I have 6:14 in UK.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm moving in and out because like everything's going on at the moment.
That's good. It is Christmas.
My
It's Christmas.
my thoughts of the show. It was a cute episode. I'm not a big fan of cute episodes of Doctor Who, but it was a cute episode. It was a little bit predictable at the end. As soon as it came by, I just literally thought, here's your Deadpool and his gun. Right?
Classic Deadpool.
Classic Deadpool, yeah. But yeah, on the whole, it was
Can I still
okay.
hear me?
You're gonna lie.
Hello.
Yeah.
He's helping my mood right now. Yes.
So it's it was okay. I was at one point I was wondering where it was going, whether or not it was going to end at a certain point, like to be continued. It was nice showing that Millie thing. Did you guys get to see the preview afterwards?
You mean the
Nope.
trailer?
Yeah.
I was a
Nope.
little off because I thought there was going to be something big in that section, but it was too quick to see it. You could see it better in the trailer.
I mean, was the trailer for the next coming series?
For the next season, no.
Oh, that one, no, that didn't come up on mine.
I waited till the end of the credits, and I didn't do anything until the international quiet credits came in. So no, I have not seen it yet. We'll definitely have to take a look at
they
it.
stopped it for us.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, because I was watching it live on BBC One, and then as soon as it finished, they're doing Doctor Who Unleashed at 7:10 on BBC Three, so you can get access to any of the BBC channels by whatever means necessary. That's gone on, but they did do the trailer for the next season, and it's definitely got Millie back, and it's definitely got Kate Stewart back.
Oh, okay.
So, you know what I think I'm
It's
going to
made it on YouTube already, because normally that's pretty quick.
totally is. So here's what we're going to do, folks. I'm going to put it on here. We're going to have to cut it out. If you're watching this after the fact, we will have to cut this portion because we're going to get a copyright hit if we don't.
Right.
But we will. In fact, what I'm going to do to try and adjust that. Give me a second and see if I can just adjust this playback speed, because that's
It's
sometimes
not Christmas without Deadpool.
settings, playback speed.
I used to know the song for the commercial for Tootsie Roll. They used
Really?
the commercial. I used to sing that all the time, and I can only remember a little bit of it now. It's like because it was like that longest song. There's an audio cassette somewhere out there with me and the kids from my neighborhood, my grandmother's neighborhood, singing this because that's all we did was put the tape in and we would do like our own little commercials and stories.
All right, so we're gonna have to like I said, we'll delete this section in a second afterwards. I've lowered the quality and slightly sped it up, so hopefully we won't get a disastrous hit here. But let's take a look at.
If it's under a minute, we might not. It's 30 seconds, but still, we don't know.
It's under 30. It is 30 seconds exactly, and like I said, I sped it up to 1.25, so we'll see what it does.
Okay.
The forces beyond this universe. So the game's on.
Doctor, you need to get me home.
This might be the wrong way round. But the games are deadly.
What the hell is this?
That was it.
That was it.
That seems callback. I keep seeing callback to there.
Yeah, very, very, very teasery. And like I said, we sped it up, so it was a little bit longer than what we just saw. But it's going to be an interesting season, that's for sure.
Yeah, that was like, yeah.
We've got so Paul and didn't much care for this episode.
A lot of people didn't. I was looking at the comments.
Christoph is so on it. It looks like, but yeah, no. I mean, saying it's the weakest in quite a few years isn't saying much. We haven't had it in a few years. So by technicality, yeah.
Because you don't know what Disney wanted. You don't know if, you know what I mean? It's like, it's depending on who in the world of who was negotiating, I think, because this didn't feel like like we didn't have, I know we had funny ones like with the superhero one. We had one like like, you know what I mean, stuff like they had you going like, okay, what's next? I don't know if I can, because of what's going on right now with me and everything, but it just felt karmic for me, and I wish my uncle could see this right now.
Yeah.
Because maybe that would help. You know? But that's why I gave it an 8, because it didn't have the campiness that it usually has.
Right.
Like I would thought they were gonna battle more. You know what I mean? Her Joy and yeah. And then to leave her to come, like I was wondering what the peanut gallery was. That's what I'm saying. Because she was there, but she wasn't there, and yeah. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's got a lot of chocolatey chew. I mean, that's fair. Let's see what else we got here.
Yeah, this is my treat for tonight.
Oh yeah, you got his candy out there. All I've got, my roommate made me this wonderful little travel mug.
Nice.
Those are D&D dice and my name and a twisty TARDIS. And wait a minute,
What is that?
that's a spelling error is what that is. The theory was this was going to be small enough to fit in like my car holder.
Right.
Unfortunately, it doesn't. I have ordered like an insert to go into my thing so I can have this around, but it was
that
nice.
made with the HVON, or was it made with one of the other types of machines?
I have no idea.
Because those are pretty good, those machines.
Yeah, she's got all sorts of fun stuff. She loves her crafting. She loves upscaling her crafting. So she's had her sublimation machine for a while. If you've seen my she's done vinyl cut ones for me. She's done the sublimated for me. So yeah, there's all sorts of fun stuff. Get him, Kid Pool, get him.
I think I got the screenshot for Christian. I think I got the screenshot for Christian. I was like, let me see if I can get this.
A couple of things I would say as well, just really a little nitpicking. If that was the star of Jesus in Bethlehem,
yeah,
it said .1. Technically, Jesus was
it would be 0.
But it'll be 0. But even worse, theologically, I reckon that Jesus was actually born 4 to 6 BC.
I mean, you're not wrong, but also
like, I knew something was coming up because he said there's no room at the inn, and I'm like, okay, are we doing puns or are we doing like we're going to tell you the story right now?
I just saw the background and went, "That's Bethlehem," and then literally 5 seconds later, it comes up Bethlehem. Like,
well, they had NYC. I'll give them NYC. I'll give them that one.
But
I
did you see a little Easter egg? Well,
what Easter egg did you see?
Well, there was the London Blitz poster.
I was going to say about the other thing with the fireworks.
And also the Team GP for the Olympics. Also Agatha Christie.
Yep.
And the Murderer on Orient Express, which was an episode, but London Blitz was an episode. So I was putting loads of little Easter eggs everywhere.
I saw the Singing Towers because of the way he had to wait the whole year and everything and stuff, because the way he did it for Christmas Eve and everything. I thought you were going to catch the Guy Fawkes one and everything. I thought like all those ones.
That was just a straight up.
Like, yeah. But that was crazy. There was all little Easter eggs from every Christmas episode in there.
Mm-hmm. And other episodes as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, that was definitely neat. Hold on. We got a side note here from Christoph. Christoph, happy birthday to 2 daughters and 1 husband of a certain number of doctors. George.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah.
Yep.
Like one fan said, what's the best present you ever got? Like, and everything, you know? For the doctor and everything, because the granddaughter.
Paul wants a Dalek story before next Christmas. I don't think she's leaving next Christmas, just for the record. It doesn't. I've seen nothing that indicates that. But I've not heard anything about a Dalek episode. In fact, quite to the contrary. Ncuti has said very publicly, "I want to face a Dalek before I go." But this season has already been filmed. So I don't think we're going to get a Dalek. And honestly, I can live with that. I appreciate the Daleks. I don't love the Daleks. I prefer Cybermen over Daleks if I have to go with a generic villain arc, because they're the same thing. But, you know, I just, the Daleks get overdone because they legally have to be.
Possible. I do love the Daleks.
Well, we'll
so-
see what happens with these
Right.
talks for a third season. Let's see those talks, how they go and everything.
This is an unpopular opinion, but I want to see the Paradigm Daleks to do another story of the Teletubby Daleks, but more of what each of the Dalek roles were actually done. So you might have one episode of the strategic Daleks, or one episode of that sort of Dalek. I know a lot of people didn't know, but I love the different colours of Daleks. Yeah, you can call them Power Rangers or Teletubbies or whatever you want to call them.
You mean the Warners?
But like one of the best Dalek stories was Remembrance of Daleks, which was two faction Daleks fighting each other.
Yeah.
Can you imagine having like Imperial Daleks, Renegade Daleks, the Paradigm Daleks, and the Time War Daleks all having a massive fight? Battle Royale.
Throwing Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck have a good story too, if you remember.
See, and to me, I would love to see that. That would be I would get behind that Dalek story. You could do the same thing with the Cybermen, though. And more effectively, because they are more distinctly different between variations of the Cybermen. And I love when Capaldi said, you know, basically any advanced society will inevitably create Cybermen, to explain why there's so many different theoretically unrelated versions of Cybermen. Whereas Daleks are Daleks.
Do with Cybermen in Capaldi's, like one of the last Capaldi's episodes.
Yeah.
Bill Potts, and they had all the different Cybermen as they're going up through the levels.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you saw in this episode, you could see like little tidbits of like what Capaldi's era, Tennant's era, everything and stuff. They threw in everything.
Yeah.
I was waiting to see if they would throw a Cyberman in by accident, going, "Oops, wrong door."
And my other problem is Shooty cried again in this episode. Can we have one episode when Shooty doesn't cry?
Yeah, we got one happy tear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's still a tear.
And again, it was perfectly reasonable. I'm sure there are people in the audience that had a tear, but as well. So, you know, it's not a reasonable. I don't disagree. I think I think there's going to be less of that in this season. It's you know,
From what we're seeing in the new trailer, it looks like it's going to be a better second season.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I can definitely see a lot of points in here that people are gonna lose their minds over, because of course there will be.
Yeah.
But it'll I think overall, you know, I like the Christmas episodes as a general. You have to set them at a different scale than most, like because they are intended to be a little bit more standalone. And that's actually, if anything, the worst part about this episode is that it was less of that. But they still did a fairly good job of keeping it enclosed while still tying in some other bits. Bringing back Villengard again, which is I like evil must logo.
And PR is not that bad. We're not that bad. PR is not that bad. We just do damage control.
But I agree with you, Dave. I think what you do is like you got the anniversary specials, which must be high grade. In your normal series, which would be a little bit below. And your Christmas specials are just like the
filler shows.
Yeah, like Star Wars Christmas special. Yeah.
Oh, don't compare that. No. That's no.
Sorry.
No, people don't no. That's like Avatar. What Avatar?
Yeah, but it was. I'm gonna have to watch it again, because half the time I'm running the show, commenting from my own device rather than through the page here, and all of that. Right, so it's a little
shit again because
No, the only thing I thought was funny when it first opened was him going to get the milk.
Yes.
Yeah, that was funny and everything. It was like, okay, and everything. I'm like, okay, we're going with something funny here. And then it just did the 180, and I was like, what?
But there was still some good funny in there. Like they
Mhm.
did, it was
The
serious.
puns.
Yeah, there were some serious moments. There were some fun moments.
They just needed to connect.
Yeah, I think that's quite cute. Like that, the Doctor misses Ruby, and I also like the Doctor stays in that room for 1 year, which is a bit
Mhm.
like what Matt Smith did working with Rory, Amy, and my
Yeah.
dad.
Mhm.
So,
And well, it's only a year, not a million years. A little bit of Capaldi in there too, the long way.
Right.
And I did love some of those throwback lines. You know,
The
gotta do
long
this.
way around, all that.
Like just little nods to things in the past. Brain just kind of lost.
No,
kind of
because I'm
derailed.
trying to think of the double doctors. Is that because of the other doctors when they had to meet up with everything, or was it the long way around? Like, how many times have we seen the Doctor see himself?
Mhm.
You know,
That is
That's-
something I'm interested to see what the internet's going to respond to that specific, because it is there. There's pedantic people who are like, no, they can't do that. That's you can't. A loop doesn't. You can't do that. It works just fine. I actually really enjoyed the fact that that's how they did that, because you're like, there could be something big.
he's screaming. This one's going like, let's go, Joy, let's go.
I love it that Ncuti was arguing with himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Classic duck season, rabbit season type of like, yeah.
This is why everyone hates you. Like,
Old married couple.
Is true. So I mean, we got what else do we have to? What did your family think? Did you, even if you don't ask them, like how they were watching with you? What?
I'm not sure. My mum's not into Doctor Who.
Okay.
My brother got a little bit tipsy, so he pretty much basically took out for a walk.
Yeah.
I think he's traumatized now. And my nephew gave it decided 7.5.
So everybody's about around that 8 number, yeah.
Yeah.
Jody popped in on the Facebook page. I don't know if she was there the whole time, but her and her family loved it, and she was the only Whovian. So that's the other thing about the Christmas episodes is they have to be a little bit more
Relatable.
Yeah, exactly. Like it can't be too confusing. Although I put it in the comments. Nicola had said that she's not a Whovian. She was very confused throughout the whole. Like it's just not her groove, and she was completely confused the whole time she was filming. And then I was seeing some of and that worked actually. Don't educate her. Just let her be confused, because that's actually perfect. And you could see it coming out. Her just kind of her utter confusion, because it was chaotic in the most Whovian way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad basically turned around and said, "Lost her plot halfway through this episode." So
Yeah. No, it's going to be an interesting season. I'm sad they have not now on Doctor Who Unleashed. Maybe they'll give a date. We've had rumors of dates of May. We've had Moffat or RTD. I don't remember which one of them said it'll be sooner than you think.
I thought it was February. Like they were giving it a time.
It could actually end up being March or February or even in January. That's not giving a whole lot of lead up for advertising, but it also doesn't need it. So I think we'll find out fairly soon when we're getting a new season. They can't just drop it. That's not how the industry works, especially with it still being on BBC proper. There is a certain amount of lead time that they have to give.
And the negotiations with Disney Plus and all the other things.
Well, that's irrelevant to season 2.
Yeah.
Right. That means nothing. That's already figured out. It's the bigger determination on when it happens, or it's for how much lead time we as the public will get. is more a matter of it's still on broadcast television in the UK, and there's a certain amount of lead time that they have to give.
How much was last time's Christmas special? Like, I know we didn't have it in a while, but like, what was the lead up to the last one for the next season? Usually about 3 months, right?
Yeah, it was about 3-4 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it will, you know, we'll see. We'll see where that drops for sure.
All wants David Tennant to return in 2025. I'm looking at the comments.
Yeah, and I don't expect that'll happen. It might, but I wouldn't object to seeing it. Obviously,
If you bring back the Daleks, I would want you to bring back that portal where you can get Rose and Tennant, and we can find out what they're doing with their son or whatever happened to them, you know, and close that plot hole.
No, it'll be. There's all sorts. That's the thing. There's always new holes opening. I did love that the Time Hotel looked a little bit like Ncuti's TARDIS, with the circles around the doors. I almost wonder if they didn't repurpose the set.
Because I wonder if it was bigger on the outside than the inside.
That's also possible too. Just in general, I wonder if they didn't just redesign and reuse that set and just cover it over to get that look.
Was it me? But did anyone see the Hobbit door?
I did, but I was like,
I know it's not.
I didn't think. I thought it was more they were going to medieval time, like, you know, like that type of thing. I didn't know it was going like because remember who played one of the wizards in the Lord of the Rings and everything and stuff. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They were throwing homage to a lot of things. I was looking for all the Doctor's doors because I kept seeing Pompadour's door. I kept seeing this. So I'm looking for all the Doctor's doors because the throwback to 11, 12 and everything. Because I was trying to listen to the door numbers too. Because what were the door numbers? That was the thing too. Why specifically those door numbers?
And also the blue door as well.
Yeah, that one no one touched. And that one I know that was because that's for a future. That's a future one. Because that is the Doctor's door.
It would have been nice to have one of the doors decorated all up like the armoire that the Sixth Doctor ended up the TARDIS when the TARDIS changed to that.
Well, that's what I was looking for, like all those things. Yeah, but I also love the little Russian doll type of situation on the windowsill.
Yeah.
You can find them online.
With all the different little police boxes. They're not TARDISes. They're police boxes.
Police boxes.
Yeah.
But it was looked like every ever Doctor. That was the other thing too. I was looking at.
Yeah.
And leaving her one.
Yeah.
Future companion.
You never know.
Never know. But now she's, again, not someone I recognize. I know there was a big deal about her when they kind of in the last week or so. Who is that, Mark?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Really? Like, what was her name again?
Like she's another. She is somebody. But
let me see something. Doctor, if I can spell today.
Yeah.
Joy to the World cast.
Yeah. I think she was one of the bigger guest stars that's obviously not going to come back as a regular. But I'd love to see them come back to the Time Hotel. Really, I would. That was a fun concept. The new Silurian design isn't as bad as I was expecting. I think the previews were not the finished version of it.
She was Anita, right?
Yes.
It's Stephanie Day Wahali, if I can pronounce it right.
Yeah.
She's been in Midnight Taxi, Cyber Bride, 50 Kisses, The Great, let's see, Luca State, something like all these Cyber Bride. Oh, interesting. Cybermen and Cyber Bride. It's very like minimal actress, like she's been in these things.
That's interesting. Maybe that wasn't the character. I don't know. Anywho, so next week we haven't figured out anything of the near future of what we're doing. Where did I put my phone? There we go. But we've got theoretically New Year's Eve is our next episode.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know if we're going to do. We haven't had that conversation as a cast. Maybe we will do that as a bigger review episode. Maybe Maybe we will not. Maybe we'll. Who knows? We don't know. In theory, though, we'll be back New
The
Year's
Tuesday,
Eve.
right? Yeah.
If not, then we'll see you the week after that, the 7th of January. I know we have a couple of interviews coming up in the new year. We've got some great plans going up. I definitely, yes, Tom wants a War Games review. I agree. I kind of do want to do that because there's all sorts of interestingness going on with the
I
color
missed that
War
last night.
Games.
I missed the new War Games because that's on colour now.
Yeah.
Is that on Disney Plus?
Nope.
It's not.
Nope. So it might be on Daily Motion where Tom gets a lot of his stuff.
Right.
I haven't been able to find it to Sea Devil it myself, but I've been looking, and I have to check my hard drives to see if I've got the original because I think I do.
Explain War Games against me. What was that one again?
This was the second Doctor's final story arc.
Oh, the one that it was all pieced together, right?
They colorized it and cut it down to 90 minutes.
Yeah, I was trying. They had released it on DVD, right?
Sorry.
No.
They didn't release it yet on DVD. So that was the one in the theaters then. There was one that was colorized and they put into the theaters. I remember that.
That was Doctor Who and the Daleks.
Yeah.
That was that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everything I can only get access to is maybe the last of the Third Doctor, and that's it. I can't get anything prior to that. Because I tried out Hulu, Disney Plus, everything. I can't get it.
I'm trying to create my own little Plex server with all the classic Doctor Who's, and I literally found out that there's 4 versions of Sharda.
I thought there was 5.
4.
There's only 4? Okay. Because I know there's the colorized one, the original one, but I don't know what the other 2 are.
Well, the original one never got completed.
Okay, that.
Because they went on worker strike back in the 70s, 3-day week.
Mm-hmm.
Then they redone it with Tom Baker narrating it.
Okay.
Then they did, that was episode 1. Then they did another one where it was animation.
That's the one I saw.
Then they did another animation one. And they did the Paul McGann webcast one.
That's the 5th one. The webcast is the 5th. That's where I knew there was 5 of them.
There's 3 normal ones and the webcast.
So you said the one that wasn't finished, 2 animation ones. What was the 4th?
2 animations, narrator, Tom narrating, and
there's 5.
But
That's 5.
the one that wasn't finished.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it's one from the audio cast. Yeah, but the one which was never finished never got publicised, and they used that image for the 5 Doctors.
Oh, okay.
You know when he's punting the boat in the 5
Right, and he gets taken away.
That's Sharda.
Interesting, because I saw the Doctors. That's why I was like, okay, now it makes sense. Because I thought it was like just thrown in there for some reason.
Yeah, it was thrown in for an episode which never actually got completed because of the worker strike in the 70s.
Because a lot of the ones with Romana and all them, I didn't get to see, but it was like, for me, here, PBS was weird. It was like they picked and choose what they wanted. And most of the time, I missed all of the 7. Didn't know I was watching the 8 because when it ended up on Fox. I think I have it on VHS somewhere. And then 9 was by accident when it was on Channel 21 here. And ever since then, I've been trying to get to catch up and everything. But like I said, it's so hard here in where I am to even get anything and stuff. But Long Island 21 was the only one that ever did show it. That's why I was so shocked when 9 came and I found it by accident. You know? So I hope we can get more of the old ones soon and everything.
Well, hopefully they'll be colorized because I wasn't impressed with the Daleks. That's why I'm a bit apprehensive about War Games. War Games was a full episode. You can pretty much watch it. I think it was a couple of episodes where teleprompts, like they'll just have stills on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all called War Games?
Yeah, War Games.
Yeah.
Okay, this one. All right. Because they're showing the color version of it.
Yeah. And there's always been the question of why are they cutting these episodes down to something so short? Yeah, that's an easy answer. Because modern viewers hate the pacing of the 1960s.
Weren't they short before, like with Hartnell? Weren't they like in parts, like 1 hour?
they were half hours. They were usually a 3 to 4 story arc. So like they cut.
War Games was a 10-part story arc.
Yeah.
Half hour or hour?
20 minutes. Half an hour, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's what I'm trying to figure out, why everybody's complaining, because if they were only a half hour, 20 minutes back then, why do they complain that it's too long when we have an hour show?
Because the story arc went over 10 episodes, so that's 10 times 20 minutes.
So they went 5 hours into 90 minutes.
Which could have been done.
So it's not that it's too long, it's that it's too short.
Okay, I get it.
Yes, it's how much they cut out.
And that's what a lot of people complain about with the Daleks colorization. Because they cut a lot of it out, and people felt they were cheated because they weren't getting the full story.
Yeah.
Okay.
When they did animation for Hour of the Daleks, they released that in the theaters. I think that's the only one of the main animated current reanimations that they've done that with. But there were people walking out because they were expecting the modern Doctor Who pacing of run. And that's not what the 60s are.
Yeah.
That's why I've said this, and that's why they're cutting it down from 4 or 5 hours to 90 minutes to tighten that up to a modern pacing to get new audience interested in the older classic Doctor Who. There's a lot of young people that go, oh, it's black and white, I don't give a crap.
Oh yeah. You try to explain black and white to people, they don't understand.
Exactly. And the same thing with the pacing. And I've said this for years. I wrote a whole article on this for one of the magazines. I can't remember which one it was. Nick would remember which one of the two it was in. But I always tell people, watch classic Who backwards. Watch 8, watch 7, watch 6. Because what you're doing is you don't get the culture shock of Hartnell. You get, okay, because for better or for worse, Paul McGann's movie was a really good bridge between New Who and Classic Who, stylistically. So you get that, and it's not so foreign to our heads, our media heads. And you go back to 7, and as you're going back in time, you miss a few things. Sablon Glitz, who's this guy as he returns, you see him.
The master, like everything, yeah.
Yeah, like there's little bits you're gonna miss by going that way, but nothing disastrous because again, it wasn't made. It was made that you didn't have quite as tight of a continuity, but going backwards, you get less of that culture shock. It's a much slower slope backwards than just jumping straight back into it. It's like it's a frog in boiling water. Right, as it gets hotter, this is not. Don't boil frogs at home, kids. And this is not even actually true. The theoretical frog in a pot, where it says they just get used to it and don't until they till it's all the way hot, and then you have soup. But that's a whole other. It's the same idea going. You get used to the differences in the because the world is not the same as 1980, the 1980s even.
Or the 60s or anything like that. Similar ideologies, but on a different path of,
different storytelling methods.
Yeah.
I hope you're not going to cook Kermit in the next foodie special.
We'll see.
Well, we have a rainbow. We do have the rainbow connection. We can always,
Exactly. But frog legs. Yeah, short attention. Exactly. Modern younger audiences have a shorter attention span.
Or just look at TikTok.
Gee, I wonder why.
Is it causes and effect? That's a whole nother episode.
Yeah.
That's a whole thing. But even if you go back to Our Child, that's why Sesame. This is not a new thing. This is why Sesame Street was always cut up the way it was.
I'm still mad at them. They don't have a dyslexic Muppet.
Aside.
And Abby Cadabby somewhere around here.
Yeah. That's why variety shows generally do so well.
Well, I used to love those. Yeah, I used to love those, the live ones where they would have like everything, because vaudeville and everything. I grew up on vaudeville, my family and everything. So I miss things like that where you could just spur the moment. And that's what I liked about the Hartnell series. I mean, everything was just spur of the moment because you could see the set shaking, you could see whatever,
Yeah.
you know, like Dark Shadows with the guy sitting there. And that's what I like to see. That's why I miss the campiness of Doctor Who, because they knew it was fun. Now they're just so serious. It's like, oi.
Yeah. And that's what they've kind of, with this new season, they're moving back towards that original
Campy.
thing. What, you know, oh, a lot of people are like, oh, we're losing our, you know, the thing. No, one, they're going for what we had is not what the new audiences want.
Mhm.
There's my camera picking up a thumbs up. But they're aiming it to, they're changing the tone because that's what modern audiences want in general.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's kids.
Actually, they want what's coming on the screen right now. Yep.
Here,
Do you think they should do a Doctor Who and Deadpool crossover?
Yes.
Look.
Please let me get do it again. Do that again. Do that again. I gotta get the screenshot. That is funny. That is funny.
But I think this is a good,
keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going.
this is a relatively good closing point.
Mhm.
Mark is about to lose his life, and we don't need that kind of bloodshed on screen. Yeah.
Yeah, Disney's gonna.
Oh, were we going to get monetized for that?
At the moment, we don't even know what's demonetizing us because
I don't know what the heck's
I don't. YouTube is going counteracting on everything. I think we're getting too popular, so everything is like,
yeah, exactly.
you know. I mean, we're almost at what? What are we almost at?
But
Dave, what are we almost at? I mean, that's
we are
a miracle.
over 45,000.
Yep.
If I pop over to the screen here, let's see if I can go back. We're at 45.4.
Wow. I wonder who our 50,000th will be.
Yeah. We might have to figure out some kind of a prize for our 50,000 subscribers. So if you have friends, send them our way.
I would say keep subscribing. You never know. Maybe they can come on. Maybe we could make a care package. We don't know. Give us some ideas, guys.
I would be surprised if the way we've been growing, I would be surprised if we don't hit 50 before the end of January. But if not, definitely by MegaCon.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
Yeah.
We're gonna plug it there too, and MegaCon.
So we shall see, and I'm excited for MegaCon. I'll be there, so we'll see what's what there.
I love him being Deadpool right now. This is just so much fun.
But do you see what he really looks like? But you still just want to have a look.
Yeah, he looks.
We know
like,
what the Merc with the mask looks like. We know.
He looks like an avocado and a walnut had a child. We get it. Gadget, where can we find you when it's not Christmas?
I mean, usually throw a stone, you find it, but it's Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, lulu.com for my books. Everywhere you can find me. Just oh god, even a state office you can find me in. People have been getting curious because they started noticing, but it's crazy here. You can find me at any place, especially go on Instagram. I'm mostly there. Facebook, it's rare and stuff, but YouTube, I'm getting back into it. We just had a little snafu here with the family and everything that I'm putting very politely. That's why I said this is a very karmic episode, and I want people to understand, if you do need to talk to people or need an escape or anything, like I said, talk to your friends, everybody. This was my escape for today, and why I felt this was an 8, because we do need a little joy, especially at this time of year in this world.
Definitely.
Mhm.
And normally we would do a little. We have a commercial for it. We'd love to do more. I'm not going to run any of that because that is one of the things we don't know is causing us a problem.
Right.
But definitely, definitely do what you need to do to do well in the season. We already know where to find Deadpool. You find Deadpool on Disney Plus. Moving on.
Yeah.
Where can we find you?
Find me here at the Legend of Traveling TARDIS, and you can find me at Spill the Geek Tea.
Yes, Spill the Geek Tea. You will also find me there sometimes. Hopefully more going forward. I've been fairly busy on those recording days, so I've not been able to do it. You can find me here on the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. You can find me at TheRatHoleDOTca. I've spent all of December opening an advent calendar of dice. We just put up me doing a live playthrough of the Christmas story pack for Roll Camera, which is great. We've had James has been up there doing another painting another miniature from Warren Christmas Village. We are running a little bit behind, so there's a couple more reviews that are going to come up between now and the end of the season. There will be a box opening that has been stuck in the post for 2 months when it arrives with another Christmas game.
Yeah, how is Canada doing with that?
We're picking back up. The strike is over. Has been legislated to be over. Support your workers, support your posties. I'm fine with the fact that I have stuff stuck in the mail either way. Yes, exactly.
And your long trip to MegaCon is going to be taped, or we're gonna?
That'll be. I have no idea. Probably not. We'll see. We'll see what it does. Like I'll be live a few times. I don't know. I'm still waiting to find out if I'm going to be at Console Room or not. Which is the weekend before MegaCon in Minneapolis, St. Paul, Broomfield, technically. But that is a possibility that they'll stop in there. But whether I go to that or not will determine my schedule of travel. And then so I do, but I'll be at MegaCon, I'll be at Pensacon with Earth Station Who. I'll be doing some stuff in New Orleans, Louisville. I think the timing is such that I'll probably be doing an episode in Louisville again, because I think I'm there for one of the Tuesdays, and I have in the past done it there, from that trade show. Later on, I'll be in Ottawa for Quad Ball, formerly Quidditch Nationals, and then in the summer I'll go see Mark. I'm excited. I'm going to be flying into London July 2nd. I may or may not be at the London Film and Comic Convention, whatever that is that weekend. I may or may not be there. We shall see. And then I'll be over in Brussels for the Quad Bowl World Cup as well.
Oh wow!
Yep. That's why I'm heading over there. So we'll see where I am when I am. What, I'll be. Maybe we'll be doing something. Maybe I'll connect with Mark and we'll do an episode sitting next to each other or something. Some night we'll sit in a pub and have a pint and do the episode from there. I don't know.
Oh, that would be cool.
We'll figure it out. If nothing else, we'll record stuff because we always do.
Match shots.
Yeah.
And then Nick left us for a little bit, so yeah. So we know we can find him on YouTube and Instagram also and everything with his film. Yep.
I'm probably gonna go take the long way to nationals, either coming or going, and swing through New York. Because last year he came up to Niagara and we had lunch. I might take the long way around, going one way or the other.
And depending on my situation, if you end up in the city, I can barter my way down to there and stuff and everything. And maybe we can try to get Nick to come down and do an episode down in the city and stuff. That would be interesting.
Yeah, it would.
Or even if it's Yonkers, West, like the middle for me and him and stuff, figure a way to get,
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Then Squishy can meet everybody.
Stuff. Yes, we all need to go. I got to set up a few more things for Smalls to show up. So I think this is a good time to end the episode. It is.
Yeah, I gotta get ready for work tomorrow with pajama day. He's got to take care of Deadpool. He's got.
Have a sausage roll for me, Candyman.
Yeah,
Oh, I've been wanting. I never got to try one when I was there. That's what I'm upset about.
Oh,
Yeah. Like I said, if you get my book, you'll understand what I went through. So I'm like, I missed out on a lot. That's why I'm like, I want to see my friends over there.
yeah.
You know, and try stuff.
Yeah, look up if you at home. Look up sausage roll from Lad Baby.
I love those people. Oh my god.
That was their fundraising video a few years back, and it is worth every moment.
Yeah, shout out to them. Their book is hysterical. I got to see a little snippet of it, and it's beautiful.
All right. But for now, thank you guys all for joining us. We could just stay here and yap for hours. But we're not.
Yes.
We're going to go say no. I've got to say bye to you guys. Otherwise, he's going.
Well, you actually are now at the point where it's exactly 7 p.m. London time. And I want to tell you guys Merry Christmas out there and Happy Yule if they celebrate Yule as well.
Yeah,
and Happy Hanukkah and
Kwanzaa.
Festivus for the rest of us. Whatever it is you celebrate, please enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. And remember to be kind.
Yes, be kind.
And bring joy to the world.
Marry everything to all, and to all
a good night.